the night we spent together at band camp, do you? You having some sort of memory problem? Can't remember the locker combination? Can't remember what happened just 6 weeks, a couple of months ago?
Nothing happened.
Okay, it wasn't that great, but you were a little nervous, and that's understandable. It'll get better. It's okay.
I told you I'm seeing someone.
Hey, watch it. That's my livelihood.
Are you telling people that we did something?
What? What's going on?
Are you?
Something? Am I telling people we did something? No, I'm not. Are you telling people we did something?
No.
Really? You didn't tell your 2 girlfriends? And your 2 girlfriends didn't tell anyone? Kid.
I really don't see why you should have any say in this.
Yeah, you and your dad would pretty much like to ignore I even exist.
You know what? I don't know what my father said to you, but I am perfectly capable of speaking for myself.
Since when?
Since I got pregnant! That's why.
So how's your day going?
Not that well.
Mine neither.
Yeah, well, maybe you should go to slut school. You'd probably like it there. Lots of young, naive girls. They're already pregnant.
Come on, Amy, don't do this to yourself or to me.
Ricky, I don't want to be here, but I don't want to be there either. There's really no good place for me to go. At least Ben is here, you know? Somewhere.
I'm sorry, Amy. I didn't mean for this to happen.
You know, Ricky, I believe you. I believe that you didn't mean for this to happen. I believe that this is the last thing in the world you wanted to happen. So why don't you just pretend like it never happened?
Because I can't. I wish I could, but I can't. It's just not who I am anymore. I'm a different person from the Ricky who got you pregnant. And that's the thing, Amy. You have to take the bad things that happen to you in life and use them to turn your life around. That's what builds character, you know?
This is weird, too.
Like the 2 of them are together or something?
That's what I heard.
From who? Your 2 little friends?
It's all over school this morning that the 2 of them disappeared.
Your friends are liars, you know. They're the ones who started all the rumors about you.
Rumors? This isn't a rumor that you got me pregnant.
I don't like the way you said that. It sounds like you're blaming me or something. You have some responsibility in this, and you know who else thinks so? Lauren.
Lauren?
Yeah. Oh, I see. Madison and Lauren can keep a secret when they want to.
What are you talking about?
I don't kiss and tell. Afraid of me touching the kid?
No, it's not about you. It's not even about me. It's about the baby. What's best for the baby?
Yeah, well, what if I think what's best for the baby is to know his or her birth parents? Maybe what's best for the baby is to grow up in your home with me coming to see him. Or her. Even know what it is yet?
No. But you know, my parents aren't just gonna raise the baby for me.
Yeah, why should they? Why can't you? Why can't you and me do it? It's not like they're gonna kick you out of the house or anything, is it? You still have a place to live, food to eat.
Yeah, but how are you and me gonna raise a child? How are we gonna do it? I don't have a job, you don't have a job, we both don't have insurance.
Half the country doesn't have insurance, and half the country's out of work. They don't just put their sons and daughters up for adoption because they can't pay a few bills.
We're teenagers. We're in high school. I would like to graduate high school and go to college, you know, and have a career and eventually marry Ben. I just want to have a normal life.
Look, I thought this wasn't about you. Guess what? Amy, you're not gonna have a normal life. I don't have a normal life. Lots of people don't have normal lives. So what? And no, the answer is no. I'm not going along with it. I told him he could come. What? I don't care if he's here. I don't care if all your friends and family are here. I'm not going to change my mind. I don't want the baby adopted.
Fine. And it's yours. But, we're not friends. And it's just not what's best for him. You and me. And you know that. And I fully accept responsibility for letting things go too far with you on that one night at band camp. And I also fully accept the responsibility of making all these decisions. So please, just go along with me. Please?
Okay. Whatever you want. You're having my baby? But you are having my baby. And I know I agreed to give up our baby, but Amy, it's killing me. Even if you find the perfect couple, I don't know how you're gonna do it. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. Hold the baby with his tiny little hands and feet, completely helpless, and then just hand him over to someone else. Hey, I didn't mean to upset you. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I thought maybe you'd want to be here.
You did? I mean, I didn't know if you wanted me to be there or not. We never really talked about it.
Well, I think you should be here. He's your son.
Yeah, it looks good, Amy.
You don't know anything.
Sure I do. I work at a butcher shop.
That is not the same quality as the Dairy Shack. I want a Dairy Shack burger.
Then why don't I go get that?
Yeah. Why don't you?
That was a little harsh.
It's the least you can do, don't you think?
Amy, I really don't think this is the time to be resentful.
When would be a good time? I'm thinking the rest of my life.
Don't go there.
And the land is dark, and that moon is the only light we see.
Could you watch John?
I guess, yeah.
Are you going over there? To Grace's house?
We're not married. I don't have to tell you what my plans are, Amy.
Yet, I have to tell you what my plans are every time I need to go somewhere. Around 7?
Yeah.
What? Are you complaining?
No, I'm not complaining. I like working at the butcher shop. I was just saying that the nursery's nice, that's all. What are you in such a bad mood about? And why are you wearing bedroom slippers?
Because I just had your baby, and hello, I'm a little exhausted.
I know that. That's why I was trying to help you out this morning. I mean, I'd be happy to take John every morning.
I don't want you to take him. I'm fine taking him. I can handle him all by myself.
Hey, he's my son too, you know?
And I thought you didn't care.
If this is gonna get ugly.
Yeah, it might. I care.
Since when? You look annoyed every time you come over.
Look, I love my son. I may not love anyone else, but I love him. And I want to see him. And I want to start seeing him by myself or with my family and friends. Not just your family and friends. So I'm getting my own place this summer, and I'm going to want to take him out of the house sometime.
I'm taking him to Italy this summer.
Don't be ridiculous, Amy. You don't even have a passport, neither does he. And even if he did, who's going to pay for the tickets? And where are you going to live, and how are you going to take care of yourself and him?
Ben will take care of all of that.
When everything else is bad in our lives, at least we got him, huh?
Good night. Just wake me up when he wakes up. I know that you know.
I don't know, Amy.
You don't know if Ben had sex this summer?
No.
I know that you know.
Hey, don't do that.
You're never bringing him over here again.
Thanks for calling.
Sorry, she insisted.
You can take him home. But he's coming over here again, and Adrian can hold my son if and when I want her to hold him.
I don't want that.
What? Is that it, Amy, or is there something else going on here?
I don't know. What do you mean, something else?
I mean, if Adrian was not around and Ben was not around, do you think we might ever have a shot at a relationship?
I love Ben.
I love Adrian. I don't tell her that, but I do.
I can trust Ben.
Are you saying you can't trust me?
Yeah. I would never want to be with a guy who cannot be faithful to me. So, maybe Ben is the right person for me, and Adrian's the right person for you.
Maybe. People aren't perfect, Amy.
Good night, Ricky.
Good night. Yeah. Well, sooner or later I'll get back with Adrian, and if I don't get back with Adrian, I'll get with someone else. So maybe you should realize you can't control who holds John and who doesn't.
I really hate you. Do you know that?
Well, Amy, I know that. Even when you're nice to me, Amy. I know that.
Dad?
No, it's not your dad, it's me. I want to see my son, Amy. I want you to bring John home.
Yeah, when I'm ready.
And when's that gonna be?
I don't know. Oh, hi. I was going to call you.
Were you? Were you gonna call me?
Yes, I was going to call you. I just got home and I had to unpack and do laundry.
John is my son.
Yes, and John is my son too, and I felt like getting away from you and Ben and everyone else.
You can get away all you want, but not with my son. I want my son. And I'm gonna go to court to make sure you don't just take off with him ever again. Adrian's dad's gonna help me. I just want you to know that. I'm gonna get some kind of legal agreement so that John doesn't just disappear anytime you feel like taking off. Hi, Amy. Would this be a good time to talk to you? Listen, I'm tired of it. I don't think it's the best thing for John.
Okay, so what are you saying? That I should get my own place? That we should get our own place?
No, no.
Because I would never just live with you. Not at 16.
I want to take John on weekends. I'll pick him up, and then you pick him up on Sunday nights from my apartment.
What?
I work on Saturday, but my mom and dad will watch John for me during work hours. They want to do that. They want to see more of John, too. In their house, at my apartment. Not over here.
No.
Think about it, Amy. This way you have weekends free. You can go out with your new boyfriend. What's his name, Jimmy?
And what, you and whatever date you have can just play house with my son? No! First you run away because you don't want any responsibilities.
That's not why. It just became overwhelming and I ran off. I'm sorry. I thought maybe you and John would be better off without me.
Oh, and now you think the complete opposite. What if you get overwhelmed again?
I'm not going to.
You might. You might suddenly get the urge to go see your mother again, or an aunt, or an uncle, or something.
Amy.
What? You're not taking my son.
Our son. He's not just your son, he's our son. And I don't want to just keep coming over here and being part of your family and their life. I want John to be part of my family and my life. And by the way, if I have a date, I have a date. I've never said anything about Ben being around John or Jimmy or anyone else.
Well, that's because you're not his mother.
What does that mean?
I don't know. I'm his mother. I get to decide everything.
No, Amy. You don't. And you're not going to. You want to take him on weekends, and I'll take him during the week. I'd be willing to do that, too.
I'm not going to let you take him for 5 days of the week. That's crazy. This is his home. He's used to this home. We're used to him. I love him. I'm not going to let you keep him all week. I'm not even going to let you keep him all weekend.
He's fine when he stays over at my place. We have a good time together. I love him, Amy.
Oh, yeah? Well, I love him more.
I'm sure you think so. Since I haven't exactly been doing all that I could be doing. But that's gonna change. Don't do that, Amy. Don't cry. I don't want to hurt you. But more importantly, I don't want to hurt my relationship with my son over a lifetime by not doing what I should be doing. Good night. Why is it such a big deal? Why is it so important that I not take John on the weekends? I told you why I want him. Why do you want him?
Why do I want him? He's my baby. I love him. And I don't want him to love you.
Ah, there it is. So I guess we'll see each other in court. Taking him the first weekend isn't a big deal.
His birthday.
John's first birthday is not a big deal.
Well, it's a big deal, but it's not that big of a deal.
I'm surprised you feel that way, and I'm happy you feel that way, Amy. I'm glad I called you. I feel a lot better. The pressure's off. Thanks.
You're welcome. See you tomorrow at the park.
All right, Amy. Good night.
Good night.
Good night. John. So you already had a party?
Not the kind of party I wanted to have.
That's not the point. The point was we were supposed to do this together as John's parents.
We are doing this together as John's parents. I just did something with him alone as John's mother.
You know, I could have just had a party alone too, but I didn't. I included you and your family.
All right, well, my family can't go except for Ashley, and that doesn't count, so you're free to do whatever you want.